Welcome to the joy of digital art. Today we're going to be painting a sea turtle. I think it looks like a sea turtle that is taking a selfie, but that's just me. So here's a reference photo. Beautiful light streaming down into the ocean, highlighting the turtle and the water, the sea floor. I'm going to use a variety of brushes today. We're still using Sketchbook, which can be downloaded at sketchbook.com. You can see on my tablet I have the reference photo, and we're using the XP pad and pen, and that's some of the clicking is that pen that you hear. Getting in a lot of color right now in the background. Using the pastel brush. This would be the layer number 1, background layer. In layer 2, you can see I already have a sketch. Just a little sketch drawn in of where the sea turtle is going to be. And this background layer, I can do whatever I want, and it doesn't mess with that second layer. Right now I have my salty watercolor brush with just plain white, bringing in that bright sky. And this brush is fantastic because you can put down color, and then you can just draw, press down, and take some color with you. It works as a blender and a layer down of color. So it's a very versatile brush. Perfect for underwater. Perfect. So still looking in the background, the sea floor, putting down color, and then blending it all in. Now we've got a Bristle Blender. I made it very small brush with a low flow, and where I drag from, it pulls that color. So as I'm dragging from the white, it's pulling that white in. If I dragged from the green, it would pull the green back into the white. So it's a blender that will pull some color. So it's different than just the regular blender brush. So the regular blender brush will do some of that, and it's important to know where you're putting the pen down. You can see some of the detail in that reference photo again. Just trying to capture a glimpse of it. I'm not looking for photorealism. I want this to be my own piece. I don't want to just copy the photo, but boy do I need it. There's no way I could think about painting a sea turtle without having some kind of reference in front of me with all of the intricate details. An amazing animal in God's creation. That this exists and swims around all the different oceans of the world. Laying in color right now with the tattoo inker. I'll use a couple of different brushes to get color down, salty watercolor and some of the pastel. The blue behind, that doesn't concern me. In fact, I welcome it if some of that actually shows through. May not, but we're underwater and the reflections are everywhere. So there might be that little reflection of green, you know, that hits the turtle, and or some of the blue-green and light coming down from the top. And so we've slowed down just for a moment just to want you to understand that, you know, though I accomplished this in just under an hour, it takes time. So I'm going slow. The detail is one line at a time, and the eye is very important, the most important part of this painting. And I'll do a lot of detail around the eye, and that's really my focal point. Even the light is leading down to the turtle, but the turtle itself will have detail, but the most detail will be towards that face and towards that eye. Still using the tattoo inker, but very small. All the brushes are going to start getting smaller and smaller as we work on all the details in the shell and in his body and around his face. Not to overemphasize, but I'm going to overemphasize. So I had this on my tablet while I was painting, and for the most part I had it in my hand, and I would be looking intently at the photo and deciding where the pen would hit in order to duplicate what I was seeing. Again, not complete duplication, but I needed the reference to make this piece happen. And there's intricate colors, you know, and just that dark area near his nose. I think it's a he. I think it's a he that's taking a selfie. A he turtle. Has like 3 different colors, that dark area. The red, the almost black, some gray, and maybe a 4th color, some brown. And then that all leads to the orange. So layers, take your time. There is no rush. I did a sea turtle on my phone once. I'll put the video link up, maybe as a card also. It's fun. It's all speed painting, and I did it on my Note 8, Samsung Note 8 phone, the little stylus, and I worked on that thing everywhere, on the couch and waiting for whatever at work, or whenever I had time I would pick it up and work out some of the details. So probably took a month to do that sea turtle. So don't ever feel like you have to rush. Enjoy this. And what's the best part of digital painting? Yes, the undo button, the magic undo, the great undo. There are no mistakes. Press undo, it's okay. Try. I hit the undo button probably 100 times on this piece. So don't be afraid, and don't be shy with the brushes. Again, I simplify the brushes that I'm using to help teach, but also sometimes too many options is not very helpful as an artist. I would rather learn how to use each of these, 8 brushes that I have. I call them all brushes, by the way, because we're in the digital world here. Even though they are pastels and chalks and pencils and watercolor brushes, they're all brushes to me, so. Detail, detail, highlights, looking back to the photo. I'm going to take a moment to slow down here again in a moment, and we want to bring the light now into this layer. So the light is behind the turtle still in layer number 2 or 1, and we're in layer 4, and so we're going to bring in that light now shining on the shell. And here's one of those mistakes. Not a happy accident. So we're just hitting undo. And what I did was I used too much flow in the salty watercolor brush, and my brush was too big. So undo, undo, and then change. I worked on this a little bit off camera. You're going to see most of it here. Added in a few more darks. Brought in some shadows. And had fun with the detail. But we're going to be ready for a signature here and show you the final piece. Please share this study of a beautiful sea turtle under the water with any sea turtle lovers. Anyone that wants to enjoy a peaceful speed painting and enjoy the beauty of God's creation. Just love these guys. Wishing you peace and joy, my friend. God bless.